So what are the legal remedies or tools available to you when seeking to hold companies that commit human rights abuses accountable?
First, I start with national. The national, as you know, Cambodia always claim as a sovereign state with integrity. So all laws must be national. And from the point that the legal system is civil law country, so everything must be in writing. The main tool first is the constitutions of Cambodia. Secondly, it's up to the case. For example, in indigenous community case in some province, because Cambodia has a land law which is very progressive in terms of protection to indigenous cultural right for continuing their customary rule to manage their community and their land. So when there is a dispute with my client at the community level, the court or the authority always asks for title, asks for paper, and as a defense lawyer, I ask the counter questions. Have you ever issued any title for them? Have you ever implemented this article from the point that the land law require the executive to protect them? So if you ask them for paper, title or any land paper, they don't have that because the authority never issue anything for them, and very few community that has received so far the land title as a communal ownership. And some other case I use forestry law.
So what are the main challenges, both legal and practical, that you face when looking to hold company legally responsible for human rights abuses in Cambodia?
First, I did not use the term human rights violations directly. So I try to express the accountability of the act under the legal system in Cambodia. The court here cannot use as a reference for decisions or judgments. They refer only to the fact. What has the company done to that affect the right of the community or the local people? Based on that, what they have done and the timeline of their presence. For example, my client as a community, they are the owner of the land even without title. They live there for generations, for years. So according to the international legal instrument, ICCPR or UN Declaration on Human Rights with regard to right to own property. So this kind of statement and argument is very helpful.
Do you think there has been progress in holding companies accountable for human rights abuses?
Yeah, in terms of progress, it's not easy to measure, but in some case the kind of dialogue has been starting. The talk between the company and the community has been made with the presence of the authority to find the amicable solutions. I don't call it a win-win. I call it amicable solutions, because if talking about wins, the community never want that. Always compromise. They lost a lot from their home, they lost their grave, their resources, their livelihood, livestock. So they move to another place for a new life.
So can you share with us any success or innovative legal strategy that you have used to try to hold companies legally accountable?
Yeah, sometimes mediation, sometimes reconciliations in some case, or collaboration too. I start to engage the company. I talk with the authority so that they understand the issues, invite the authority personally to put their shoe into the community issues.
So while working on cases of rights abuses, have you or the plaintiffs faced threats or backlash, including through legal action like a slap?
Yes, yes. In every case, I was reported to the authority and also to the local court, prosecutor, and they call me that, oh, the police asked them about my names, about my occupations, and sometime when I was there, I saw in person that they took the photograph.
So what can be done to protect the lawyers and the communities that sue companies?
It's a short question, but it's not easy to answer. It's case by case. It cannot be generalized. In some case, some company is not too bad, and some company is not easy because of their connection to the high level. While the community and the lawyer work based on the paper, based on the strategy. So the more support given to them, the more useful informations.
So has the collaboration between you and foreign lawyers useful?
Yes, yeah. In terms of security, in terms of knowledge sharing, in terms of strategy.
So if you could direct some messages to the international community, what would you tell them about legal accountability in Cambodia?
So to hold the perpetrator accountable in the complex case, especially in the human rights and environmental case, cultural case, need not me alone or the lawyer alone here, but the company, most of the company are not here. They are from their country, China, Korea, France, England, or Australia, for example. So the work in their own country from human rights organizations or support in terms of human resource, like the assistant or volunteer as a team with the lawyer, documentations, helping the community livelihood so that they can keep going in their struggle for justice. As a lawyer here, as you know, pro bono lawyer or human rights lawyer cannot have much fee to survive. Money is not enough. The strategy and also people. Human resource is important, their skill, their experience.